guys, how's it going? So I just finished decorating this front porch area for fall, and I'm excited to give you a tour of all the stuff that's up there. I took this a completely different direction than the porch area that we just got done, which was much more traditional, you know, with straw bales, corn stalks, jack-o'-lantern, like bright orange pumpkins, and I really love how that one turned out. And that area up there is balanced, so I could do kind of the same thing on both sides of the door. This one's a little different. It's very asymmetrical, which I'll talk about up there, but I took it very cool toned. So I did white and blues and pinkish purples. I've seen lots of beautiful pictures of people using that color palette for fall. And then my sister-in-law just did it around her front door and it completely inspired me. So I decided to give it a try because I've never done that before. Also, the Truffula Pink Gomphrena is still looking prime. So we're just kind of going with it and making sure everything blends. So let's check it out. First off though, I did move everything that I had up here out so I could get everything clean. The floor was filthy. The walls were filthy. I took a magic eraser after the walls. I got, like, we had one of those, are they like mud daubers or some kind of bee or something like that that makes mud nests? And there was one up in the corner. So I got that removed. This was completely full of cobwebs and gnats. Like, it was kind of embarrassing. Like, it was at an embarrassing level. I was even embarrassed that the FedEx and UPS guys were seeing what this looked like. But you can see that it's asymmetrical up here. So I've got this side with a lot more space than this side, and I can't really do anything here that's too big because the doors to our sun porch are here, and I don't really want to neck down the area too much, even though we normally don't have a lot of traffic up here, but I don't want it to feel like unnatural. So the first thing I brought up was the stack of pumpkins. I put a piece of press and seal, just plastic, underneath my pumpkins that sit on the floor so that when or if they start to rot, some years they never rot because it gets cold so early and they just freeze. But if they do start to rot, there's something between them and the floor so it can kind of protect them. And I did use a little bit of orange, but it's a very muted, more pink tone of orange to me, so it kind of fits. And it does provide a little pop of color, and I've always admired these stacks of pumpkins that look like this, and even more so when they're real. I see like the fake ones at craft stores, the fake big pumpkin stacks, which have tempted me slightly in the past, but I'm really glad I haven't done it because this is so pretty, and they all look so unique because every one of them is shaped so differently. So this is a Cinderella pumpkin. This one, we sell a seed down at the garden center called Treamble that looks an awful lot like this. It's a squash, and there's another variety too that's like this. It's a French name. Try to remember it and put it on the screen. And then a white pumpkin. And then I just got this little cart thing. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with this space, so I ordered this from Birch Lane. We'll throw a link down below. And I just thought it would be fun to fill it up for different seasons of the year. I mean, how easy. It's like the right height. It eliminates the need to have this huge pot like with a really tall plant because I can put smaller things and it, you know, raises them up for me. Then I started with the bottom layer. I got these two huge mums for under $20. I thought that was really good because, I mean, they're massive. I didn't repot them. In fact, I don't think I repotted anything except for I slid the cabbage and the pansies just down in the pots. I didn't even put any extra soil around them because they like fit perfectly. So anyway, the mums, I have 3 4-inch ornamental cabbage right here that are still just sitting in their little 4-inch black pots. This is going to be super easy to water though, because this and the bottom tray are watertight. So I can just water everything lightly. And right now it's so cool that they won't need it very often. Then I incorporated another blue squash. And then this one right here, which is this like a Long Island cheese. I think these are so pretty. There's another little blue one right here. It's like this really pretty powder blue, and it's got little white markings. And it was the perfect height to put this little watering can, which I bought from my mother-in-law at her yard sale like years ago and have never used it. And it's the perfect color for this display. See, like if you find neat looking props, you'll find a reason or a way to use them eventually. And then I have this White Knight, see it's still in its pot, White Knight Alyssum, which is looking gorgeous, and these last through a lot of cold. Upper layer here, I've got another mom. This is a Jack of Diamonds Brunnera. This is a new Brunnera from Proven Winners next year. Absolutely beautiful, perfect for this color palette. I planted a bunch of these out in the landscape, so this one will end up out there as well. I've got a Eugenia Topiary, which this lived in the gazebo for the whole summer. I bought them early this spring, and I just actually did a video where I was bringing in, and I'll show you the sun porch here in a minute, but I was bringing in a bunch of plants that will eventually need to go all the way inside that are not hardy, but this is one of them that I trimmed up, and it's looking really great and brought enough height over here to where I don't really feel like I need to hang anything on this side. And then a Supertunia Bordeaux, which is bringing some beautiful color, and those last through a lot of cold as well. This is a preserved boxwood wreath. Where did I buy this? I've had this for a while. And it's kind of fun. I try to utilize some things that I already have around the house and not have to buy everything brand new. I put my Truffula Pink Gomphrena wreath up for this display because I thought, well, this is perfect. I can already use it because this is all pink. But it ended up to where I felt like I needed a little bit of a brighter, weightier pop right here. It just wasn't quite the right look. So that one will probably wait till Valentine's. And then down here, these are from my own Limelight Hydrangeas, which are just right in front of me right here. I cut these earlier on and dried them. They've got some really nice pink color coming out. And I just plopped those down in a gray pot. Just a gray ceramic pot I already had. Another pumpkin stack. This is an ornamental cabbage in a hyper tufa container I made probably 2 years ago or so. It's just a really nice natural looking container. And then another white pumpkin. And then this sign right here, which I just bought from White Cottage Company. She has an Etsy shop where I bought this, but she also has a YouTube channel where she does a lot of really fun decorating and all kinds of different videos. So you guys should check her out. But I just got this and I was really excited to use it. It is paper, and I realize we're outside here, but this area is probably the most protected you can get out here. So I'm hopeful that it will last, but it was fairly inexpensive. So I just feel like that's a really fun message for people to read as they go through the front door. The last thing in this part of the porch is this little bistro table. So this is just a little metal, green bistro set I got at an antique store earlier on this year. And I had this up here with like a bouquet of flowers that was all dead for like 2 months, a dead bouquet of flowers. This is a tablecloth that's actually much too large for this table, but I just halved it and put it up here. I sewed this one a long time ago and then just made like a little grouping. So I have this beautiful cast iron urn with another white Knight Alyssum just sitting there in its little white pot, but you can't tell. This is a cypress. What kind is it? Hinoki cypress, a true dwarf Hinoki cypress, little miniature evergreen, and then another white pumpkin. So that does it for fall decor up here. I just wanted to swing into the sun porch so you guys could see, if you missed the video where I brought all of these beautiful houseplants in, Cheddar's like taking full advantage of the fact that these doors are open right now. But it's just a really cozy room. That Eugenia that I used up there was actually sitting here. So I had two, one on either side, and it looked so pretty and very formal. But it works really well out there for now. But I've got some Boston ferns and all my citrus in here, which my citrus trees are just loaded. This is a lemon, a lime, a pink lemonade lemon, and I actually have 2 more Boston ferns I need to try to fit in here. I might actually just pop one on the top of the soil of each of the citrus trees so they can just sit there. I think they would do well. So anyway, that's that. One other thing that I kind of maybe anticipate some of you guys wondering is where my watering can succulent arrangement is. It's actually inside. It got to 28 the other night. And even though this room is a room, it's like away from the outside, it's not heated or protected in any way. And I just am starting the shift to move stuff inside, and I don't want any of my tender succulents to get damaged. So that's inside up in my plant room right now. And I may find something eventually to kind of fill that space or not, and I'll just wait and put that back down here next year. So next spring. I cannot believe it's so late in the year already. It's just crazy. But I'm just thrilled with the fall decorations. It makes it feel really fun around here and very cozy. This is my favorite view from right here. We'll get some pictures so you guys can see some stills of what this looks like. But thank you guys so much for watching this video and for tagging me and sharing pictures of what you're doing. Like down in the comment section, a lot of you guys share pictures of your porches and patios and planters, and it's so much fun. It makes me feel like I'm in your guys' gardens as well, and I can get some inspiration from that. So thank you so much again, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.